The state of Iowa faced off against plaintiffs for two separate cases today relating to a request for a possible pause in the state's new education law. New tonight, Local 5's Connor O'Neill was in the courtroom this morning and tells us about the legal future of education in our state.
After hours of debate and discussion on Friday morning, Judge Locher decided he's going to wait until on or before January 1st to announce his decision on a possible injunction on the state's new education law. Here's what was discussed in court on Friday. Two separate cases brought before the court, both challenging the constitutionality of Iowa's education law signed by Governor Kim Reynolds earlier this year. The first case, the state of Iowa versus Iowa Safe Schools and the ACLU of Iowa, who asked District Judge Locher to place a block on the law until a final decision were to be made on the case.
We feel good about the case we've made. We always have felt strongly about the case we've made. These kids have rights, and we're trying to protect them, and we hope that we get them.
Plaintiffs of the first case argued a few things they say make the law unconstitutional. They said the law violates the First and 14th Amendments and the right to receive information. It's overbroad and vague in its language in determining what is age appropriate, and argued the law discriminates against LGBTQ+ students.
If this were government speech, then the government could remove every book, everything from your kids' libraries, and that's not at all consistent with the Constitution.
The second case, the state of Iowa versus the Iowa State Education Association and Penguin Random House, who filed the lawsuit challenging certain provisions of the law prohibiting books that depict sex acts. The plaintiffs of this case said the education law omits obscenity, like the state had argued, but it claimed it violates constitutional rights. They also mentioned educators have asked for guidance and clarity with the law and said its vagueness leads them to believe a pause on the state law is necessary.
It's a very dangerous position, and if you take it to its logical extreme, it means that the state could decide that books by Democrats or books about Republicans could be banned too, because if it's the government speech, so what? There are no First Amendment rights.
In Des Moines, Connor O'Neill, Local 5 News.
When asked to speak with us, the state of Iowa, the defendants said they had no comment at the time about the lawsuit overall.